from Moscow, Russia, and my project's name is Porch House. The project was developed through the observations on two main topics, American domesticity and fake CLT behavior. Part of the project was the idea to rethink traditional CLT behavior as a flat blank material and possibly make wood look like something else. Similarly to the approach of the artist Harry Roseman, who is making wood look like almost plastic or paper by simply folding plywood sheets. The same operation was made to CLT blank by experimenting with the possibility to fold it in order to question its structural and aesthetic possibilities. The other topic I was looking at was American domesticity. Historically, American home was always associated with an image of a porch being an essential part of American house. In a way, porch symbolized the potential of living differently with a sense of novelty and adventure. Visually, porch was a transitional space between a completely private part of a house and its surroundings. Basically, porch framed the existing landscape. In suburbia, porch was also considered as an element for informal neighbor connections across landscapes because of its openness. Historically, porch was also an essential element of American bigness domesticity, which was represented and in a way even exaggerated in artworks. American bigness domesticity reflected the idea of a house being a place for what inhabitants can expect in the future rather than what they need right now. For this reason, rooms were designed twice bigger than is required for a current function to potentially serve extra ones in this space. Ultimately, porch became an essential part of American bigness domesticity by being an empty space ready for any potential use. Sometimes it served an extension of the house, hosting the extra space for existing functions or providing even new ones. Here you can see an example of a sleeping porch when bedrooms basically moved outside of the house. With my project, I tried to rethink the classic southern wraparound porch topology, where porch goes around the whole house. The main challenge of the project was to redesign this topology using CLT blanks to bring new aesthetics to it and reveal the porch as a fundamental element of the house. Following the same logic of the wraparound plan, where the inner part of the house is completely private and in a way hidden, porch becomes the main part of the house with all the private functions such as bedrooms and bathrooms being located in the center. The porch itself is a shared space serving all the functions needed for the house. It's basically a one singular space with the possibility for functions to grow or move all over the porch. Using a technique of fold, I wrapped CLT blanks folds around the central part to form a porch. Folds become the main structural element supporting itself and making a rigid structure altogether. I also preserved an original aesthetics of a chunky wraparound house and in a way rethought it with the new materiality of a CLT fold. The porch becomes the main part of the house, which is constantly active with many things happening there at the same time. Conceptually, CLT folds become a formal gesture and a means to represent a continuity of space. Their movement, porch house unfolds its constantly changing scenarios in space and time. Overall, the folds itself become habitable spaces, allowing for any function to happen there. CLT fold blurs the boundaries between inside and outside, between house and surroundings, between function and spaces. Thank you.